Hello everyone, welcome to YakShaver Sprint 61 review. So our goal from last week was to roll out the YakShaver to our first customer on the waitlist. However, that's still in progress. Um, we have Hajia, Lewis, Stephen, and Tom work full day, and I'm just back from client work. We also have Caleb, Yuli, and Callum part-time. So let's go through the task that we have done. So, first of all, Hajir has fixed the bug in the video link was broken and the duration was showing 0, so that's fixed. Lewis has
Sorry, quick question on that one.
Yep.
The PBIs that were created that had a broken link to the video, do we have a list of those or anything? Can we fix those? Because I think the actual link to the video didn't work, correct?
I think the issue is that it didn't upload the video.
Yeah, but that means that the link to the video doesn't work, right? Because there's no uploaded video.
The video won't work.
Is there any way to go through and fix those old ones? Because I think there's a whole bunch of PBIs in various backlogs that don't have videos.
I think we need to ask.
We have the history. We have the history in the database of the videos that got processed. We can look in that time to see what we can do with that.
Yeah, can we do that? Because I think that there's a bunch of PBIs in backlogs that people will get to see the description of, but not be able to see the actual video.
Okay. So
you might want to shave that because I think it's a bit of work.
Okay. So right, I'm in recording. Hajia, can you shave that?
Yeah,
sure. I will create a ticket for it manually if that's okay.
No, it's a YakShaver sprint review. We have to use YakShaver. Worst dog fooding ever. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, that would be good. I don't have to snag it.
Give me a sec. Don't have to snag it. Right, give me a sec. Right, 3, 2, 1. All right. If you can see on my screen right now, we worked on a bug last week that fixed this issue where the video wasn't getting uploaded to YouTube. And the way we saw it was that the link there would say 0 seconds. But if you click on the link, it wouldn't go to anything. However, we did make a whole bunch of PBIs last week that were valid PBIs that got created in the right place, but have that broken link and the 0 seconds thing. So what we need to do is look in the history to see all those PBIs that were created like that have that problem, and manually upload the video for that item and fix the link in the PBI to point to the right video and update the number of seconds. Anything else, guys?
That's all good.
No? Okay, cool. And this is, I don't know if I mentioned it, this is for YakShaver, by the way. Thank you. Bye. Good, thank you. Add it manually, Hajia. All right.
Nice. All right, next one. Lewis has fixed display formatting. So now in the email,
the beautiful. Thank you.
Request by will be consistent, and now it's on the top of the email.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Next one. Hajia has fixed a bug, the incorrect host display on the portal. So when you have YouTube integrated, but it doesn't show, it still shows SharePoint. So now that's fixed. It will correctly show that YouTube is your video host. Eli has YakShaver issues. So what he did was he using Snagit to record a 4-minute video, but the size is 1 gigabyte big, and that crashed the whole YakShaver app. So we didn't have any logs. So it's out of memory exception. So the whole thing just stopped. And now we have a PBI that in the end we need to handle that properly when the user has uploaded a file that's too large.
But if it was a 5-minute file, why was it a gig?
Because he used snipping tool, Windows snipping.
The snipping tool has a 1 gigabyte for that.
Yes.
Jesus.
So
all right.
So it's not compressed.
Very inefficient.
Yeah. So it wasn't compressed. So we asked him to try again with different tools, compressed video. So now it got through, but we still need to handle this problem with file being too large.
Interesting. Would you recommend we don't use the snipping tool for that reason, or is it fine so long as it's like a minute long?
I think it's still fine. So what the solution we have planned in head is we will give a user a warning that your file is too large, and then recommend them to compress the video or use a different tools.
Okay. It's a shame the snipping tool is so convenient.
Right. Next one. So while we look into Eli's issue, we found out that we didn't put logs in some places. So Tom has go ahead and add more logs so that we have more detailed logs in the future.
Cool.
Websites. Caleb has updated the blog page. So now we have better looking blog posts. So that's a style enhancement on the website. And
Yes.
Spike. Tom and I have looked into how to integrate with Jira.
You
So
got the
Jira
0 seconds bug on this PBI.
Yes, we need to fix this one. So Jira has a bunch of documentation, but some of them were outdated and confusing. But in the end, we do figure out how to integrate with Jira. So our plan is to first try out, do a POC using application links. If that works, then that's good. If not, then we need to go plan B, which is a generic flow where all the users will need to authorize Jira. That's the plan B. So that's that.
Question: are we able to use the Jira MCP for that integration or not?
I don't think it's likely because
Jira MCP is authenticated on a personal account
scope,
basis,
yeah.
right? So if we wanted to, we'd need every user to individually authenticate with Jira. Is that right, Tom or Rick?
Yes,
Well,
that's
yeah,
my
we haven't-
understanding too.
Yeah, we haven't looked into MCP, or I didn't. But if that's right, the plan B is basically exactly the same, where the app can only issue a user token, which means every user who wants to integrate with Jira needs to consent to YakShaver, and then they get basically the permissions that they have for the projects.
Right.
That's plan B if plan A doesn't work, which is the
Got it.
application link.
Okay.
Yeah, because obviously that's a lot easier if just one person needs to approve it.
Cool. Next one. This is about video host configuration. So this is a big PBI. Lewis and Steven has broken it down into smaller PBIs. So they're gonna implement a UI and a backend and also a documentation on how to do this automatically. So that's all the PBI we have done in this sprint.
Sorry, enable video host modification for SharePoint tenant. Is this for the client one situation?
Yes. So right now, there's no way for the client to configure SharePoint through the portal. They have to send us the detail and we do it manually from the backend.
Okay.
So this PBI is about adding UI so they can do it themselves.
So has this solved our client one situation? Can we use this for client one now or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay, no worries.
Okay. So that's all. Any questions? If not,
Minor prioritization question. That last one, I know we haven't finished what we need to do to get the waitlist done. That last one doesn't seem to be about the waitlist one,
correct.
or the second last one technically. Could we have been more focused on the prime epic, or was it just like these things are serial, they're not parallel?
Well, we're currently blocked on going live because we're waiting for Microsoft to approve the YakShaver app.
Okay, so sometimes we
and-
just have to work on other things.
Yeah, and so we currently the latest update on that, by the way, is we have a meeting with their testing team next Thursday.
It's a fair way away.
In order,
Okay.
yeah, and unfortunately that was the earliest time available. So in between now and then, there's only so much other stuff we can do, because we basically just need that sorted and on the App Store, and then and also obviously merge the Stripe stuff in, and then we're pretty much good to go. But until we do that, we need to obviously just find other high priority things to work on in the meantime.
Yep. No, good answer. Cool.
Yep. Okay. And let's move back to the email. So code coverage, we are at 33.5%, 0.1% down from last week. We had 2 production releases, and application health hits 100%, and the fail requests were still were minor, so they're not serious errors. Monthly usage. So we have Jeffrey and Jules from France. They are doing NDC demos really hard. And follow up, we have Toby and Matt Weeks on the top. Product roadmap. We haven't. So the things that we've done during the sprint were with bug fixes, most of them. So we didn't complete anything that were on the roadmap. Backlog stats. We have 172 new PBIs. And 141 of them were YakShaver labeled. We completed 86, and it was plus 86 from last week.
Are these numbers? Oh, this is 30 days. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, 30 days. And in terms of R&D, Tom and I have investigated on how to do in Jira integrations. And waitlist number, we went up 18, so we are now at 107. And AI tools, I noticed some members have switched to Core 4, and I think they're really good.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep. And retros. What went well? So Caleb said, shout out to Hajia, calling St. Omen when ChatGPT went down. And Hajia also reviewed lots of PRs. Hajia also helped Caleb to set up his local environment.
Sorry, was there actually a ChatGPT outage last week?
Yeah, there was.
Really? I didn't even notice. Okay.
Well, not a ChatGPT outage, but the API endpoint at least that we were using in YakShaver.
Oh, I see. Okay. Interesting.
Then Haji called Altman and he fixed it.
Oh, good on you.
Yeah. The booth at /news went well. We got more people on the wait list. Haji also went through the 3XL PR, the size triple XL PR. We also addressed a couple of bugs and hopefully improve the system resilience as we go. What didn't go well? So Spring Go wasn't addressed. There wasn't designers available on Monday, and lots of story points are pending release. We didn't get Stripe PR, still not live, and there are unexpected bug impact how much effort we go through. There YakShaver seems failed silently on some of the cases. So some of them were harder than expected to fix.
Well, yeah, I guess with that, you'd think that it would be easy just to say, all right, anytime YakShaver fails, just give a generic error message. But it seems like there are a lot of different ways it can fail, and each one needs its own special case to handle it properly. And that's what I'm sort of discovering at the moment.
Yep. And we haven't got Microsoft Teams app approval yet. It's taking longer than expected. And still
they're like drip feeding us issues. So that they give us a list of issues, we do them, then they give us another list, we do them, then they give us another list, we do them. And now the latest update, we need to wait till next Thursday. Sorry, this Thursday, I guess, to talk to them. And it's unclear how much how many additional issues will happen after that.
Yep.
A bit annoying.
There's also uncertainty around Hajia's client booking, and it's making us hard to plan.
I think just assume it's available, and then if it becomes unavailable, we'll deal with it.
Yeah, sure.
And YakShaver was down during slash new. Jira Dogs wasn't fully up to date, so it's confusing.
Just on that one, YakShaver going down on the first day of new. Do we know what will cause that? Was that what
That was the OpenAI issue.
Oh, that was an actual outage, was it?
Yeah, that's an outage.
Holy crap! Okay. Oh, I can't give anyone crap for that one then.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what can we improve? So Caleb has started testing mobile views.
What's the strip feature?
Stripe.
Stripe. Okay, Rick, your one says strip feature.
Stripe. Stream. All right.
YakShaver does more than you think. Yeah.
So README. So we need to improve YakShaver README. F5 experience wasn't good for Caleb, and we have lots of Jira users on the wait list. So we need to prioritize that. Stripe feature PR is huge. We should break it down into smaller PR in the early stage. So Tom wanted to implement the LGTM stack. By the way, that's a more different logging framework. Callum said we should improve by under promise and over deliver. So that's all the retros. Any questions?
No. Well, one little thing. Is Caleb still working on the YakShaver website, or is he working on YakShaver proper now?
I've got a couple of PBIs for the client portal in this sprint, but there's the front end stuff is running a bit slim.
Okay. So is that why you were doing the F5 experience of actual YakShaver?
Oh no, I needed to do that to run the client portal so that I'd have some data to populate it with.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay. All right, let's jump into the planning. So the goal for next sprint is still the same. We want to roll out YakShaver to the first customer on the wait list. So, but next sprint is a 2-week sprint because we have King's birthday on Monday. So we make this sprint the 2-week sprint. And here's the list of PBIs. So most of them are pending release. So they are very minor, just a push of a button to push them out.
Okay, so the obvious question then is, why weren't they released before the sprint review?
Because they are huge, they are around Stripe, so they need extensive testing before we push it to production. So we don't want to break production again.
Right.
So this needs to be thoroughly tested on staging.
Okay.
And then after that, Hajia will do a dump video on Stripe, and then next bit, we will focus on Teamset publishing app. So that's still getting that's the sprint goal. And rest of it, we will start focusing on the SharePoint integration UI and the backend bit. And then there will be rollout plan on how we start contacting the customers in the waitlist. We'll give them a phone call and guide them through how to set up YakShaver. So that's all for next sprint.
And those last two are blocked by the Teams app approval. So in the meantime, there might be some, those other sort of stuff. SharePoint integration, I guess, is the next priority if we are blocked and can't do anything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Any questions? All good?
Yeah, it was good.
It's good. Then, well, so, this video will be uploaded to our YakShaver YouTube channel. So if you are interested, subscribe to our channel and keep you updated. So that's all for this sprint review. See you next time.